Many of you remember the story of 2019, when after Kate's quarrel with her friend Rose Hanbury, wife of the Marquis of Chalmondel, the latter was banished from the royal circle and all ties with William's wife were severed. This happened at the request of the Princess of Wales, although the cause of the quarrel between the two once close friends was not officially named by the palace. The rumours circulating then about William's affair with Rose were launched, as some claimed, at the instigation of the Duchess of Sussex, but the information surrounding the William-Rose-Kate triangle was even before Meghan appeared in the royal family. She only repeated, or made public, what others were saying. I won't take a position on whether the stories about William's relationship with Rose are true or not. But the fact that Kate excommunicated her friend from the court and forbade her husband to communicate with her and William says something. Rose Hanbury, a former model and socialite, has close royal connections, as her grandmother was friends with Queen Elizabeth and her sister, Princess Margaret, when she was young. It was said that before he met Kate, Prince William himself was one of the admirers of the young Hanbury aristocrat. Generally, the more one studies the subject of the royal family, the more one learns that the entire British aristocracy and the royal court are intertwined and someone is connected to someone somehow. Rose and her 62-year-old husband, the Marquis of Chalmondel, or David Roxavage, are neighbours of the Welsh, who live in Norfolk next to the Prince and Princess Anne Hall. Under the Queen, the Marquis served as Lord Grand Chamberlain, but when Charles became king, Rose's consort was removed from that position. The court thought then that the new monarch had removed the Marquis because of Kate's feud with Rose in order to keep the Chalmondel family out of court. But it is not that simple, for Charles primarily listens to his wife Camilla than to anyone else. And now what has happened is that Charles has suddenly and inexplicably decided to bring the Marquis closer to himself by returning him to the heart of the royal court, which implies the return to high society of his wife and rival, Kate Rose Hanbury. The word rival can be taken to mean not just the rumours of her affair with William, but much more, as the women were once friends, both have 3 children and both once shared a 142 charitable foundation. Only Rose, as a former model and fashion connoisseur, is 2 years younger than Kate and has a long-standing and strong aristocratic relationship with her family and her husband's family. Many have wondered, what made the king accept Rose Hanbury's husband back into the royal circle, thus bringing her closer to the Welsh? However, rumours have surfaced that it was Camilla who influenced Charles's decision and decided to mess with Kate. It's no secret that Camilla was behind William's breakup with Catherine in 2007, when during a conversation with her stepson, whispered to him that commoner Kate was not his match. Biographers write that many people feared that William's marriage to Kate might repeat his parents' marriage, because William has such a big heart as his father, which has room for more than just Kate. Then Camilla's plan failed, because at the insistence of senior members of the royal family, William did come to his senses and realized that he couldn't find a better wife than Kate. Kate was in all the headlines and occupied the front pages of the newspapers, with every chance of becoming the new Queen of Hearts, while the popularity of Camilla and Charles against the young and charismatic Welsh remains low. The Queen consort has used all her media connections. Her daughter once worked at the Daily Mail and her son was a food columnist, to elevate her ratings. But in her and Charles' opinion, Kate and William have been too much in the press. Charles and his wife were not getting the attention and popular admiration that their status implied. In other words, according to numerous sources, William and Kate's popularity annoyed Camilla, and it still does to this day. The consort queen is already using all her influence over her husband, and it's limitless, like Meghan's over Harry, to sneak her children and relatives into the royal circle or somehow use the royal connections to promote them. Also, according to sources, Camilla's relationship with the Middletons did not work out, who, in turn, pulled the blanket in her direction. So no one has any illusions that Camilla was once on Kate and William's side. She dealt with the Sussexes easily by ousting the resentful Meghan through custom-made articles in the media. Sources claim that it is Camilla who benefits from bringing Rose closer to William in order to spoil William's alliance with Kate and to weaken the influence of the Princess of Wales at court. Allegedly, the candidacy of Rose, with whom Camilla's family has common economic and political interests, is more advantageous to her than that of Kate, who only overshadows her and Charles. What is Camilla hoping for? That William, like his father, will devote more time to Rose, forcing Kate to make rash moves and compromise herself in some way.